This is 2 cups of water, 1.5 tablespoons of yeast, and 1 cup of sugar. Mix them in a bowl, and in 10 minutes I'll show you what it looks like. After about 10 minutes, the water, the sugar, and the yeast will start to foam. And that's what it looks like. If you have a glass bowl, it kind of looks like that. There are different ways to put the ingredients in the bread maker, but I prefer to put the water in first. Then add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I add the flour a little bit at a time. I put about half the flour in first, and then slowly pour it in once the bread maker has started blending. And here's the bread maker doing its thing, making this into a big old ball of dough. It won't be long now and it'll be ready to take out. When the ball of dough looks like this, I sprinkle in the salt, 1.5 teaspoons. That way it gets evenly distributed, it's kind of late in the game, and it doesn't kill all the yeast. After taking the dough out of the pan, I cut it in half and put it on some foil. Make a nice long loaf. Make 2 of these and then put them side by side in a pan. These are the 2 loaves before I put them in the oven for about an hour to raise, and they're side by side. They're side by side so that when they do raise, they use each other for walls to come up to the right height and the right width. This is the bread. Now that it's raised for exactly an hour, I'll fold the foil up a little bit, pop it in the oven, preheated to 375 for 10 to 15 minutes, or until the surface turns nice and golden.
I don't even know how you ended up with the backwards in my room.
The bread is now cooking, and while the bread's cooking, I take a stick of butter, add a little vegetable oil to thin it out, add half a cup of sugar, and mix it all up. Once the bread comes out of the oven, I butter it up.